Welcome, guys. Today we shed light on autism, not based on textbooks or statistics, but through a mother who lives it every single day through resilience, strength, love, prayers, and we're honored to have her here to share her story. My name is Zainab Ahmed Nefalki, and this is Stories Between Us. But Fatu, you have to introduce herself too. And our guests also.
I'm Sadia Mohammed. I'm a mother to an autistic daughter.
So, Sadia, how would you describe your daughter's personality to someone meeting her for the first time?
Well, actually, it's just like a simple thing. Like if you, I usually like whenever we are with people, so I usually like tell them, okay, Nasrin is autistic, so you're to expect this, you're to do that. So I always like introduce her before anything, before you even notice anything. Like, okay, I'll be gentle. She's autistic, and so yeah.
Did something ever happen like that made you realize you have to be explaining to
Yes,
people?
yes, a lot of times because like maybe if you're holding something, she might just grab it, or maybe she might do a weird behavior or a sound or something, and then people will be looking at us weirdly. So when we're in a crowd or people that are meeting her for the first time, I usually say, okay, please, she's autistic. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do people take it?
Some will stare and be looking. Okay, a lot of people don't really know what autism is. So like someone will stare and be like, menene autism? So I will have to like explain ko kuma in ce, okay, in ina jin yin magana sosai, I will explain. If I don't, I will be like, okay, she's just autistic. Yeah.
People think coma, I think it's an illness, but it's not, it's a condition. I prefer to look at it as a condition.
Yes, it is, but like Kingston, like we were here in the north, so a lot of people will be like, if I say she's autistic or she's this, the first thing people will be like, oh, I think Tanada Aljanu.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
It's a long
So
journey.
is a long
Mm.
explanation. You have to
Okay,
explain.
Yes, yes.
A lot of people think like it's Aljanu,
So it's
it's spiritual,
spiritual.
or maybe somebody did something for you.
So, what are some strengths or special abilities she has that you are proud of?
Well, actually, up till now, I can't really say these are her strengths. I am still trying to figure out her strengths because she's nonverbal, and her and like there are a lot of things that she cannot do herself, so I can't leave her unassisted. So, but recently I started an advocate for autistic children. Like, regardless if your child is verbal or non-verbal, that doesn't mean the child is useless in the society or he can't achieve things, because the world is evolving. So I started this advocacy and a pitch for her. Maybe I can see if I can get her to do things, exploring my options for her. Like I want her to be somebody, even if she is not talking, even if she doesn't have strength to do things, like with assistance or something, she can be someone that be known in the society also.
Yeah, let's see you through.
I mean,
But how old is she? Because we didn't mention.
she's
We need to
10.
know.
She's 10
Okay.
years. She's 10. Mm.
Okay. So, when did you first notice the signs?
Obviously there were signs, but I ignored because I thought they were normal.
Normal.
And then with people around me, like if I raise alarm on some certain things or behaviors she does, and then people will be like, no, children kowa yana developing at his own pace. So that's why I wasn't really bothered. But daga baya, looking back at things, and if I sit and look back at things, I will be like, okay, the signs have been there. Kawai dai we
Kuma,
missed
you should
out.
always trust your motherly
Yes,
instincts. They
we
are
missed out
always,
on
always
so
right.
many things. Kuma, like the things we missed out on because babu awareness on it. So, but the very first thing that is striking ina when she finished crawling, tagama crawling, so she was supposed to stand up and start working. So sai bata fara ba. So sai naga tana ni walking. It was a weird thing. I have never seen it. So I had to Google and then say naga okay, other kids.
And she was your first
She was my
child.
first child. So and then I saw other kids like they were ni working. So I was like doing my deep research on, and then Senegal like kids that are working like that, most of them like maybe they are on the spectrum or something. So that was what first caught my
Your
attention.
attention
So
to
I just
the
started, and
signs.
then from there they kawai dai muka zo how we started the diagnosis process
Okay.
and all.
So what was talking about the diagnosis process? What was it like for you and your family?
Huh. Well, roller coaster of emotions. It
I
was a
can
very
imagine.
difficult phase.
I can imagine.
Yes. So
I can imagine.
Alhamdulillah, therefore.
And did she have siblings then at that point?
Yes, when she got her official diagnosis, already I had given back to her younger brother.
Wow.
So but after I knew she was on the
At
spec
what age, sorry, was that? She
when
got her diagnosis.
around she was 4 plus almost 5
Wow.
when we got the official diagnosis. So already then I had given back to her younger brother. So after that I was scared. I couldn't. So just recently
How did you cope? What was your coping mechanism? Because for people like that have special um needs children, what was your coping mechanism?
Hmm. Kawai, I cannot say I had a coping mechanism lokacin because like always I have gone through series of depression. I have been depressed for a very long time. I cried. Things were just falling apart. So but just recently I bayan da na iya so na bar ma Allah. I accepted and na bar ma Allah komai, and then I'm happy with it now.
Okay. So how does school support her unique needs? Firstly, we already know that there are no like nothing is made for special needs children and kids and people especially in this country. So it's like double
The effort.
the effort. So how does
Nasrin Tai, she has gone through many schools.
Before, okay, first, before we even knew what was wrong with her, if she was in school, like you would get tons and tons of messages, emails. She cannot do this.
did you inform the school prior
But I
to
said
her?
Then,
but I
okay,
said
then
some.
we didn't even know.
Yeah.
But Nikuma, I was always complaining like, kowane yaro is unique. You in the school, you are the one like, okay, try and see, like, stop comparing her with
With
other
you.
kids. They'll be like, okay, her classmate, they can count 1 to 100. Then she was just in big class. They could count 1 to 100. Then she was counting 1 to 20, and I was happy. But they will be like, no, the others are counting 1 to 100, 1 to 50, and she's at 1 to 20.
Thank God you were happy because some parents would beat the man pushing limits because that at that time people was
I
wrong.
don't even know what was
So
wrong
some
with
people
her.
that can become agitated.
So say so say.
Nico, I was like, why are you putting unnecessary pressure on her? She is young. She will catch up. Dukkan mu mun yi school
Everybody
ɗaya,
goes at his pace.
dukkan mu mun yi kuma mun zo mun yi catching up daga baya. So like the complaints and complaints and complaints sai na zo na cire ta. So duk school ɗin da zan sa ta, I will make sure okay like she's a slow learner. Kaza kaza kaza. This is the problem I have with the other school. They'll be like, okay, fine, no problem. Then at the end of the day, Fuma will start sending me emails daga baya. So daga baya when we got to diagnosis, and then I knew she was autistic, so then okay, if I'm going to take her to school, okay, my daughter is autistic, this, okay, don't worry, we'll take care of her, we'll do that. And then at the end of the day, then go, I will be like, I will not be happy with what I'm saying because they will come and isolate her. Maybe they will just leave her with the nanny outside, maybe she's disturbing the class or something. So they will just keep her outside, and so many things. Therefore, I was not just happy with the things that were happening. Yeah. And Kuma, like their type of learning, it's supposed to be one-on-one. Like she cannot be in a general setting with
Other kids because their own you have to break it down for them. So I got tired. I had to just pull her out, and I got a center for her now. And then, Alhamdulillah, she's okay.
Can you like are there much of those centers for
Gaskiya
kids?
here in Kaduna, basically, I can't say. Akwai dai a few, but gaskiya I have searched
And what's the
around.
standards like?
Exactly, I have searched around, and they needed, to be honest, personally, it's not a place I want her to be, because there was a center I went there, the Naganan is also, because Hayanson, she's non-verbal and she's not potty trained. So when I went there, I saw the nannies, Suna the Maza and nannies also. So I was like, okay, to nearing Anna. Mace, and kuma she's a clingy person. So gaskiya I wasn't comfortable that I can't take her there. So I just stumble around learners then, and then ever since gaskiya I'm happy, and she is happy where she is. So
Okay,
alhamdulillah.
can be the next question. Wow, it is tough. Okay, can be the next question. Okay. Okay, so what's a typical day in Nasrin's life like her routines?
Well, Kisan, like autistic yara, they are very strict with routine. So you can't break their routine. If you break it,
You
tashin
scatter the whole
hankali, tashin
the whole day
hankali
or the
ne.
week.
Exactly. So, but da gaskiya yanzu our routine, ita ma kanta ta san routine ɗinta. She wake up in the morning, za mu shirya, za mu je school, ta dawo, maybe she'll go out for work. A wannan da daddare ta dawo, maybe yanzu I have cut screen time, so na yi limiting screen time ɗinta. So she knows she can only have screen time for maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour if I am generous rana. So I will just give her a screen time for 1 hour or 30 minutes in Tagama, or yana screen, bedtime, 8:30. She's off to bed. Shi kenan. So anytime ma muka zo muka yi breaking yanzu, I am scared in canza mata gurin kwanciya ko mu yi tafiya, because all of us will not sleep.
How do you handle that?
That's why I
you
don't
even think about
travel.
that.
That's why I don't even travel. So many times then okay, I want to go home. Zan je in kwana a gida. At the end of the day, I will just come back home.
You're her primary caregiver.
Yes, I just have to come back
After
home.
you, who's like next in line? Does she let some other people in?
Sometimes my siblings and ma su ma din ba wai
You just
sosai ba,
say
ni dai din dai. Yeah, shi ma tana yarda da shi, but kin san dai ba dai kamar mamanka ba.
So what strategies help her during meltdowns or stressful moments? Because I know there are ups and downs in people on the spectrum. So what strategies help her?
Gaskiya Nasrin, like I know she likes water a lot. Tana son ruwa. So if she's having a meltdown ko wani abu, we have na siya mata dan kaman karamin pool haka. So in ba sanyi ake ba, so we'll just put water, sai mu bata a ciki tayi wasan ruwanta, ko maybe we'll just take her to the toilet ko mu sa maybe wannan pipe and then I watsa mata ta dai, ko we'll just take her out for a walk or wannan. Or sometimes muna bata kaman ice cream, even though we've cut on sugar ko wani abu, but if she's having a very difficult moment, so we can give her maybe shawarma ko burger ko wani pizza ko ice cream ko wani abu to just help her regulate. We'll just give her what she wants, so we'll help her regulate. Even though her therapist told me sometimes they do that behavior if they want you, suna so kai coming in. Kin gane? Maybe if you've been strict on the routine or something, so maybe so za su yi rigima and then dole sun san you will calm down. Kin gane? So ma they use like psychology.
Emotional
Yes,
blackmail.
za su iya maka yawa emotional blackmail. So sometimes za ta ce min wata rana na yi mata, wata rana kuma I should be firm on my decision. But kin san
Parents, yes.
sometimes
You
zan yi
break.
breaking and na bata. Shi ko kuma na bata screen kawai.
And then, very important question: how, like you mentioned, therapy. How is that system also in Kaduna where we find ourselves?
So alhamdulillah for the therapists we have.
Okay.
We have therapists, and then they are doing an amazing job with her. Since Santa, we've known her for a very long time. Tung and Auntie Mariam has been with Nasrin since she was 4. So she has known everything that Nasrin. So Nasrin, like I think Nasrin and Auntie Mariam, she's just like her safe place. If Nasrin sends Auntie Mariam, she knows like she's in a safe place. Yes, when she started,
apart from home.
Yes, when she started going to learners, then it took them time kafin ta yarda da su har ta zauna ta fara wannan. But yanzu kuma dai Auntie Mariam goes there to do her therapy, do wani sessions and so they do it there. So gaskiya like she's very happy with inda take with her other colleagues ne zan ce ne ko other yaran, they are very very happy. So ko that some complain to me like they've been to learners then su basu ga wani improvement ba ko wani abu, ni dai gaskiya to me Nasrin is happy. So she's always looking forward to going to school. In the morning za ta tashi tana wanka ta ɗauki jakanta. So she knows she is going to school and she's happy. So
So
alhamdulillah.
basically for them, it's almost like chasing the emotional balance
Yes.
against everything else.
Yes.
Everything else is secondary. They're
Yes.
going to school, the waye. Kuma ina iya haƙura da shi if they are not stable
Yes.
emotionally.
So Kenga, and to get her to like sit down, that was a very difficult abu. But yanzu they can get Nasrin to sit down for a task for 1 hour za ta zauna miki.
Oh,
Amma da ba za ta
mashallah.
zauna 2 minutes ma ba za ta zauna miki ba.
Mm.
And then da kin gane like tana cizo, she used to be aggressive, but yanzu like all that behaviors.
So do you think it drops? It varies in different people.
Yana varying
The aggression, the
yes,
fidgeting,
yes,
it drops.
it drops. So amma ni dai gaskiya kin ga with where she is, sai ta nake ce miki like getting in the yaro ma is happy is important, because when Nasrin was in her former school, then they were really trying with her, but the environment was just overstimulating for her. The kids, the colors and everything, she gets overwhelmed, sai ta zama very aggressive. So but yanzu alhamdulillah for where she is, and sun gane ta ma, anything da zai yi triggering ɗinta gaskiya like they avoid it, kuma they are trying to get me take so si mata. Is it painting? Is it stacking? Anything they can gane kawai, they just okay what she wants, they let her do it.
Mashallah. So how has raising an autistic child changed you as a mother?
Wallahi,
you learn to be
because
patient.
Like Nasrin has tested my patience from kai inna lillahi alhamdulillah, because ni da bani da haƙuri, amma yanzu kam dole ne ma. Dole ne ina da haƙuri, and then kuma and it has changed me positively, because in my life I have never thought of something like this would ever happen
that's how we're
to me.
discussing, right? And sorry, I don't mean to cut you short. Muka ce like before kai aure kana addu'an kai aure kai, but baka addu'an Allah ya baka yara, healthy yara, because it's a blessing on its own.
Needed to be honest, like to be honest, it is something that like it has astaghfirullah, it has never been a prayer point to me, because
me too. We are not the only
ban taba
person.
ganin yaro mara lafiya ba in my family. I have never seen
Yes.
it. I have never seen someone with autistic seen a strain. So it has never been a prayer point to me. Kawai ni da irin Allah ya bani in aure in haihu in haifi yara kyawawa, because ni lokacin haifi yara kyawawa, Allah ya bani mace, all that. So but sai da abin ya zo ya faru, sai na zo na ga okay, like it has changed me. Sannan kuma I look at people like ya sa ni ina thinking beyond yanda nake, because akwai people in such situation that suna da yaran nan wa'insu ma like masu cerebral palsy ko wani abu suna cikin hali.
Yes.
So zai saka ka rinka thinking of other people.
Yes.
To consider mutane, other people yanda suke ano, because ni da oho kawai kai kana rayuwanka ne, you're happy, you're living your life without thinking okay life can be difficult to some people again. So alhamdulillah kin ga kai ma in a way kuma yayi drawing ɗinka to Allah. Yayi drawing ɗinka to komai za ka yi like ka bar ma Allah, because akwai abubuwan da if you think you can komai zai iya maka, then akwai abin da irin babu yanda ka iya, sai abin da Allah ya maka. Tabbas. So alhamdulillah in a way that kinga kai ma ka ƙara, ya saka ka ƙara imani, kuma ka ƙara hankali, ka ƙara tauhidi in certain ways.
So what has been the most difficult part emotionally and physically for you in the journey?
Gaskiya it's very difficult. Ai ba ma emotionally and physically, but mentally, psychologically, financially, everything. It drains you completely. Sometimes you feel like you are strong, you have like sometimes and you just break down.
So when that happens, what do you do? Because as a parent, you also need support?
So sai kana
Do you
needing
have
support
a
in
strong support system?
I have a very strong support system.
Okay.
I have a very strong support system, alhamdulillah.
Like that would have been my next question. Like, how do you take care of yourself as well as taking care of her and her other siblings, your family? How do you balance taking
Well,
care
in
without
Neha,
losing yourself?
well, that's balancing. And it is something that I really, really want to work on because I feel Kama it is affecting her siblings, most especially the one they keep in Tanabil, her immediate younger brother. He feels like he is always left out, like all the attention is on Nasrin, because there are times that idan ya dawo school sai ta kuka shi ba zai je Islamiyya ba. Abuwa ya gaji shi ba zai je Islamiyya ba. In ce Nabil, me yasa? He'll be like, Nasrin doesn't go to Islamiyya and we let her. Nasrin doesn't do this and we let her. Kin gane, so I am
How do you
trying
explain
to explain
that
like
to him?
I
And he's how old?
he'll be 7.
He'll be 7.
He'll be 7 years old, so he's understanding things.
He's
Kin
yes,
gane?
yes.
So like sometimes he goes to school very sad and then they'll ask him what happened. He'll be like, my sister did this to me. So abin yana getting to me, yana touching in us. We can shi kanshi shi ma psychologically abin is affecting him. So abin da ni ban san yadda zan yi navigating wannan abin ba. Because kin san in this situation har ta like if you don't have a one connection with your husband, hatta mijinka, a lot of marriages have broken.
If you have a special needs child,
a lot of marriages have broken.
So you have to.
Da kaina sometimes ni da mijina muna samun namu problem because kowa emotions are high.
Yes.
Emotions are high. So sometimes sai kai kuma sannan ka dawo okay ku yi wannan to kin ga yanzu yaran kuma suna girma, they are growing, so I don't know. Yanzu I'm just trying to navigate yanda zan yi. Let me be having time for them kada su rinka feeling left out. That's
so what's a misconception you would explain to people that people carry on about autism that is very wrong?
Gaskiya the number one misconception I would say is autism ba aljanu bane ba. In not dan Allah autism, it is not aljanu. Autism ba aljanu bane ba. It is not asiri. It is not asiri. It is not your village people or something. It is not. It is a development ne zan ce ko halitta ce. Halitta ce da aka yi ma someone is with. Because I don't know how to explain autism in Hausa, but autism is just like a neurodevelopmental.
That's why I said it's a condition, not an illness.
It is a neurodevelopmental disorder, and it's not that way. If you have autism, like you can be cured. Because akwai misconceptions in that, okay, do this and then you will be cured. No.
You can only manage it.
You can manage autism. Akwai autistic adults. Because ni kaina sometimes if I am talking with there was a time we went for a strength diagnosis in Dubai. So the psychologist, we were talking with her. When she was talking to me, at some point I told her that I feel I am on the spectrum too. Because abubuwan da take faɗi sai naga it was just like, okay, you are talking to me. It's just like me, I have mouth. And then it's not that way suna da
extra. Everything they do is extra. Even I don't know how to explain it scientifically, but I believe
it's not that way ciwo ne. They just think differently. So now if you're talking with an autistic person, you have to be very calm. You have to be the calmest person. You have to break it down for that person because so they are just blank. Gashi ba wai sun san wani emotions bane. So you can be with someone maybe bai ma san shi he's autistic ba zaki yake tunani kici ai wannan bai iya magana ba. Maybe that person is autistic. He doesn't know how to manage himself. Kuma ba wai irin like basina they don't lie. If abu is bothering them abin da ke zuciyarsu za su faɗa miki har they don't know how to sugarcoat.
Ba su iya manipulating
ba su iya sugarcoat.
They are not wired that way.
No, abin da ke zuciyarsu kawai za su faɗa miki.
I don't want to forget this question. Akwai sanda muke yara because I got to know about autism quite early. Mom tana kallon Indian series. If you're a ZTV
Antara.
It's Antara ne ko Mamta? Antara or Mamta?
Antara.
Yes. So that was when, since from that age, I understood a bit of what autism was. In that series, Anna Nina Kamang, mass autism, they relate. Is that how it is?
Yes.
When they meet children, have you ever experienced seeing your child relating to another
autistic child
on a spectrum?
To gaskiya I can't say. But like autism presents itself differently. So it's a spectrum, so it presents itself differently. Maybe this person with autistic is different from the other person. You see, like autistic people, they don't mingle around with other kids. But Nasrin Kuma is the nicest person. Like she loves people. In Taganki, she has never seen you. She will come and hug you. Like that is not like the
How do you
normal.
manage that?
That's shi yasa sometimes I get really scared because har maza tana musu irin wannan abin kin gane kuma yanzu ta girma. So za ta iya ta ga mutum haka za ta zo ta hau jikin shi all that ta shafa ka kin gane. So muna zama extra careful.
And you can't shout at her. You can't.
Muna zama very careful with that because tana girma. And kuma she's very welcoming. Unlike other autistic yara that they reserve themselves. So gaskiya I don't have that part gaskiya because ita she relates with
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, sai kuma akwai like what should people never say to a parent of an autistic child?
Kamar rana I was ranting on on my page. Like me, I have my own meltdowns. Ni kaina I will melt down. Maybe na gama ta gama man wa'insu abubuwa na gama cabbaka wahala na I've cleaned everywhere and then maybe if I just met someone ka shigo and then kai min magana sai ai na ki ma da sauki. Ban gane nawa da sauki ba kun san.
You don't mean it.
I don't even sleep at night.
Hey God.
Kin gane you don't even know what it means to be on high alert. Fati, you will be on
24/7.
high alert 24/7. Kina
Come on, you're on call. You are on call 24/7.
Yes. Fati, I was just telling you, I like if Nasrin bata yi bacci ba, bana iya bacci. Hankali na bai kwanciya.
Because you think she will do something while you're sleeping. She can harm herself. She can anything mistakenly. Something can happen.
In ba ta school, tana gida hankali na ba a kwance yake ba. Because masu aiki can be very careless. They can be very careless. And then kuma there is this girl that I have her on my Instagram. Parents she's autistic. I think she's 16 or 17, thereabout. Parents realizing she was pregnant but say that I think she was 5 months gone. She is non-verbal. Bata magana.
What happened?
Tana da learning disability. And then an samu wani mugu ya mata ciki. Parents realizing tana da ciki ba fa sai da ta 5 months gone. What? Ba su san waye mata ba. To, she cannot tell them. But to ku za ta ma iya ta like the actors suka mata kwatance ta yi pointing wani random person I think ko mai gadin ko mai wanki ne ko menene aka je da ta haihu they waited ta haihu they did DNA and then he wasn't the father. Kin gane irin wannan abu. So ina irin Nasrin is growing so I have to be on high alert. San ina cikin wannan emotions din nan and then someone will be like ai naki da sauki ban gane everybody has his own kowa ya ji da nashi kin gane.
Especially you should never say like you should never compare your situation. Koda you both have autistic children, you are both experiencing a different spectrum of autism.
So say
like this, there's this someone I know. Her child is on the spectrum, like very low, but she's almost normal to other kids. So she was trying to change schools for her and other siblings. So when she went to the school, she said, okay, let me just mentioning that in case they might not know because she's doing well in the other school. She's flourishing. But I went to Mazegani. So she mentioned to the vice principal, since registration or home at school, that her child is on the spectrum. Just in case she's misbehaving. Yes, they should be on the alert that this is what is happening. Then the guy responded, okay, let me go and talk to the principal, it's a primary school, to the proprietress of the school. He went to talk to her. Say, no, she said she cannot accept your child in the school, which is okay. But that I forced one number. Said, okay, can I talk to her just to explain? Because maybe the way you explained to her, she didn't see where I was coming from. She's not, you won't even know. I'm just stating as a mother so that you know in case. It's a matter. Then as well, but it has on about a parablast and linter. all of you will be bringing all your children to this school. Look at the big book I'm reading on my shelf because of your children. I'm not, in fact, all of them, I'm not taking them in my school. Ta fara blasting into a gaban yarinya.
And I'm very sure it's an expensive school.
Yes, it is. It's a very, very well-known school in Kaduna here. Ta yi blasting into
If
that,
we
and
don't start
you keep
mentioning school, like rather I made a session akan makaranta because like suna bada headache, suna bada ciwon kai, because I said it is supposed to, like me, I said they should start tagging the Kaduna state government, the federal government. It has to be a criteria. Yes, I actually like, so they don't deserve rights to education. How can you open a school kuma sannan ka ce like you will not accommodate them? So it's supposed
why is this
to be
a hospital? You people think this is a hospital? I run a hospital. Ta ce wallahi ba san tana ga mun ni ina mata kuka. Kwalla ya fara fito mata bata fara kuka. Jira mutum kafin ta je makarantan. Take ta addu'a, ya Allah, if it's good for them. Tun take ta je makarantan, take ta canja wa yaran. Tana son school din, it's a very good school. Ta ce tuntuni, ta ce a ranar tana makaranta ana registration ruwa aka fara. Ta ci gaba da addu'a, ta ce Allah, if this is the best choice for my children, Allah ka tabbatar min da shi. Ta ce shi abin da bata magana ba, she just took it as a sign that that's not what Allah wants for her and her children. That is the only thing. Saboda in ni ce sai na ga mata magana.
Me, I will call you out too.
Na ce sai na ga miki magana.
Wala, I will call you out.
So I understand something like that happening to you. A gaban yaranki ana degrading din yaranki.
It means like they show like yaran is not important.
It's not important to, yes. Kuma it's a problem for her.
They know, they understand.
It's a problem for her. Of course she will feel bad. Apart from maman kina ganin yarinya ai zaki controlling kanki. Ta ce wala bata bari na zauna ba ta dinga blasting dina. Na ce kin yi haƙuri da yawa, because if it was me sai na yi magana.
Me, I will call you
Zan
out.
kwashi ayana ma ba sai na yi magana. I will call you out.
See what I want to kin gane sai nake so ki dan ma mutane bayani. Ina so ki dan ga mana early signs abubuwan da mutane iyaye wanda an saka yaro dan su daga from 0 to 1 me za su dan fara gani, kin gane su fara kisa ce early intervention is very important. So ina so ki dan gaggaya mana irin dan early signs da mutum zai gani sai ya dan yayi ko dan kaman guda 5 haka 5.
Okay, gaskiya early signs, one of the earliest signs that like someone kana da baby, you should look out for eye contact. If you have a child that kina mishi magana, he doesn't look you in the eyes, it is something to worry about. If you have a child, like you call, that child is not responding. Not that baya jin magana, yana jin magana, amma he will not respond. Zai zama absent-minded, shi ba, it's a sign to look out for. Sannan ni toe walking, ake gansu on their toes. Because Nasrin har yanzu on her toes take magana. Even though wa'insu zaka ga suna tafiya on their toes and then they are not on the spectrum, but zan nace miki 80% of them they are on their toes. Sannan zaki ga picky eating, like they are very selective with abinci, certain textures wa'insu ba sa so, like the feel of certain things. Wa'insu like
their sensitivities are also high.
Sensitivities, yes, they are sensitive to smell, light, sounds, all that. Sannan ki ga yaro like ya zan ce miki, you see a child very aggressive ne ma, aggression din comes daga baya ma, amma ina irin yaro ya ki lallasuwa.
Is unconsolable.
Yaron nan will cry. Duk yanda zaki ki consoling yaron nan ya shiru, ba zai yi shiru ba. So at that moment, that child might be having a sensory overload or meltdown. You don't know. You would think it's just a normal cry that maybe yara suke, and then if you console them, they will keep quiet. But that child will cry. Nasrin, when she was a baby, she could cry for like 3 nights. That time ana kuka za ta straight down tana kuka. And then idan ta yi wannan irin excessive kukan nan, she will start convulsing. We will have to take her to.
Sometimes people that have ADHD, they tend to be like that also. But what's do you know the difference?
Ita Nasrin tana da ADHD. She has autism.
Yes.
Tana da ADHD.
Usually people that have ADHD are on the spectrum.
Yes, tana da ADHD, tana da autism. Sannan kuma ita ADHD ɗinta ma ya fi overshadowing autism ɗinta.
That's why she has emotions.
Yes, ADHD ɗinta ya fi overshadowing autism ɗinta, because idan kika duba Nasrin, like typical criteria na masu autism. first glance you will not say she's autistic, because that was why in Nigeria
was
diagnosis
difficult to
it was
diagnose it.
difficult to diagnose, because ko ni a Nigeria ma basu ma ce mun tana da autism ba, ce mun suka
Was
tana
more
da
of ADHD.
suka ce mun tana da ADHD, tana da social pragmatic disorder, tana da learning disability, because kin san masu autism, like they have this attachment to certain things, kin gane, suna lining up abubuwa, kiga sun yi lining up, suna da irin eye contact problem, to ita Nasrin will look you in the eyes. Kin sana miki magana, if you have, like, you should look out for in yaron ki bai miki kallo irin ko kina mayar, to ita Nasrin za ta kalle ki, kina mata magana za ta kura miki ido. Amma I don't know, ban san ko tana connecting to abin da kike gaya mata bane ko ba ta connecting, ni ban ma gane mata ba, but she will look you in the eyes. So ita, she has a very good eye contact. Sannan she's not a picky eater. She eats everything you give her. Duk abin da take so. Sai dai kawai dai there are things that maybe she prefers more, so she will eat them more. But babu abin da I will tell you like she doesn't eat. And sannan kuma like wai irin kiga irin repetitive behavior din nan nasu na masu autism, she doesn't do that. Kuma kin san like autistic people are super intelligent. Steaming? Steaming is just like a way da zan ce miki like suna regulating behavior, like da zan ce miki they regulate self-regulation. Maybe if suna guri kamar anxiety tends to occur, maybe they are in a place that is overstimulated ko wani abu, so they will start steaming. Kin ga kamar ni kaina, like ni ma I steam a lot. Sometimes idan ina cikin mutane ko wani abu zaki ga I keep shaking or shaking my
like
legs.
fidget
Yes,
also.
I like keep swaying or something, kin gane. So like it helps them to regulate with the environment. So it's sometimes people, idan yaro is on the spectrum and then he's steaming, like sai kiga sai su kokarin su forcing yaron ya daina. Ku bar, like, you people should leave that child. He is trying to regulate himself and yes, like fitting into that situation. Kin gane? Sometimes ko adults ne zaki gani, akwai autistic adults da yes, zaki ga wani ko maybe kawai ya rike wayan shi ne yana he's just trying to calm himself down, ba zai iya yayi magana ko yayi wannan ba, ko kiga wani irin yana ko irin ko kiga sun dauki abu wani dai abu da haka da kin gane dai to distract them and then help them
not have an episode there.
Wayansu kuma za ta ga maybe an sa musu headphones, wannan noise cancellation.
Yeah, because I brain is now overstimulated. How do you know about autism? It's actually something. No, it's actually something that like in a, I don't know, school. I just happen to keep coming across it. Kuma, I'm interested in learning about what happens, what goes on with them, and things like that. You keep mentioning your fear, like not your fear. I want to ask you your fears about her, like growing up, because you've made mention of a few things here and there. So, what are your fears about as she's growing? She's a woman. She's going to grow up into a woman. What are your fears?
Well, I have a lot. I have a lot of fears. Just recently, my husband's auntie, I think chicken last week, she called me. Ita ma tana da ba wai she's a psychologist, so she has a center a Kano. So ita ma tana managing yara with autism. So muna magana sosai. So she called me, kwana biyu, how are you? How is Nasrin doing? So we got talking, and then she was like, Sadia, how are you preparing Nasrin? Like, she's 10 and she's growing. So, any moment that actually maybe she's starting her menstrual cycle. So how are you coping? How are you planning on? I was like, nace mata auntie, wala honestly, ban sani ba, because this is something that kullum ina kwana da shi, ina tashi da shi. I don't know. Ban san yanda zan yi.
It's a thing of when I get to the bridge, I shall cross it.
Yes, so she was like suggesting akwai like yara that maybe because yaran su ma a wahale, iyayen a wahale, so sometimes parents, and like if she was saying, okay, I can talk to the father if it is something we feel we are okay with, we can just do a procedure for her to stop period in gaba ɗaya. So it is something da kin gane, to sai take ce mu ko kina so ta yi aure ne. Sai na ce mata wallahi anti, na ce to wa zai aure ta? sai ta ce ba za a samu mana. Sai na ce ka Anthony wallahi yanzu Nasrin.
Amma you have to manage her still.
Exactly.
You manage her and her
I
home.
don't know what the future holds, Kingani, but right now I am managing Nasrin.
I was going to go there also.
Ina zan iya da ɗan Nasrin yanzu
Well,
Nasrin
how
ta kawo
would
min
you?
ɗau. From where will I start? Nasrin is not potty trained. She is not potty trained. Har yanzu za ta yi min fitsari. Za ta yi min
Amma, do they get married?
Akwai, they do. But
Okay.
kin gane ni.
But it depends on how.
It depends. Wa'insu kuma parents in za su yi kawai wa'insu. No, she told me wa'insu kawai iyayen za su so su yi saboda dai kawai dai su ga offspring. Ni gaskiya tsakani da Allah na tuba ba wai ina challenging Allah bane, but it's not something I think I can.
You're not there for now.
Into
Yeah, emotionally.
No, I am not. So if it is something that muka ga ba zai yiwu ba, I think it is something that we can consider. But for now, kullum ina kwana da shi, ina tashi da shi, kuma ina gaya ma Allah ya sauwaka min kawai Allah should just pave a way for us.
Managing her with people, especially opposite gender.
We are being extra careful. We don't really let her go out. Sannan in za ta fita wasa ko work ko wani abu, like my house, the nanny into the house girl, they have to be with her.
Okay, so in a more cultural setting where there is little to no awareness, because we still have it, even in the area where the Michigan we are really educated about, in the cities, there's still not much awareness, let alone Akauyuka. And all these things also happen there. So in a place where there's little to no awareness on this, in the za a ce aljanu ne ko spiritually asiri ko people tend to think that way. What do you think, like what type of level should we go to in awareness, both individually and in the government? How can we help raise more awareness to kids and parents alike?
Gaskiya awareness is very important, because sai yanzu nan ma da na fara din na gane kan cewa babu ma awareness. It's just, ya zan ce miki, a handful of people ne suka san ma me autism suka gane. Because ko ni yanzu in my family, extended family da wannan, ko ni yanzu har yanzu people are just saying ai kamar ni bani da hankali, ko I'm just wasting my time, yarinya na aljanu ke damunta amma ni na sa boko. Har yanzu ina samun wannan comments din.
How unfortunate.
Ai kun sa boko ne a gaba. Aljanu ke damunta, ki je ki nema mata maganin aljanu. So that is here in the city. Balle a ce people that are in the village ba su ma san me ba. So like I think it is something like ya kamata a ce kamar community outreach.
Okay.
Because dole ne mutanen nan su sani, because there was someone that sent me a DM. I think she's on TikTok or something. She sent me a DM. She knows a kama a garin su akwai wata yarinya like an sa mata chain. She's autistic and ita ma tana son eloping, tana son gudu haka. So sai aka sa mata ankwa aka daure ta a gida. Ko sai kiga ana tagging yaran mahaukata. Akwai someone that sent me kamar wai malami yayi wa'azi, something like that. A wa'azin shi, he was doing wa'azi, so aka tambaye shi like ya za a yi handling yara with autism. So sai wani ya tambaye shi question din. So shi malam din ma, he has never heard of the word autism. Sai ke tambaya me autism.
Wow.
So someone answered him, wai ai kamar yara mahaukatan yara. Wai kana kamar
wai yaran mahaukata.
Irin mahaukatan yaran. So you cannot be tagging someone mahaukaci.
Because you don't know it doesn't mean you can label it anything.
Exactly, you don't know it, so you can't just label it kan cewa yaran nan mahaukaci ne ko bai da hankali. So akwai a lot of awareness da ya kamata a yi, because abin gaskiya. To annan kin san wani abu mamakin ma, sai ki je asibiti ma fa ki gama likita ma bai ma fa san, wani ma kila ma ranar yake fara.
No, you're joking.
Wallahi tallahi.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna.
Irin kin gane irin wayannan kananan asibitin da zaki je, maybe irin private hospitals din da they don't really take, kisan they don't take manyan doctors. So sai kin je sai ki ma gane ma mutum ma bai ma san me kike mishi bayani, wallahi bai san me kike cewa ba. Maybe ko ya san shi ma kawai on the surface.
He didn't even think to dig deeper. Okay, what's this thing? You have to.
So kuma in wannan abin you have to learn and unlearn. Because akwai time in the, let me tell you something, there was a time that muna dawowa mun yi tafiya da ni da Nasrin mun je Abuja, so we were coming back a train.
So when you travel with her, right?
Yeah, ina traveling da ita. Okay. So muna dawowa a train, mu fa wani mutum a bayan mu yake fa mu muna gaba. Wani dattijo ne yana baya, mu ni da ita muna gaba. So like kin san kuma yanda suke like sun san suna yin wani irin sound haka, suna yin irin involuntary. Yes, kuma zaki ga irin kawai yaro involuntarily ko ya miki wani irin movement haka ya dan zauna. Ya ma za ta tashi dan tsalle haka sai ta koma ta zauna haka. So tana irin wannan tsallen ta dan yi sai ta koma ta zauna haka ne. She was like maybe in ta ga abu da exciting in ta ko wani abu like she does that. So kawai from nowhere kawai na ji mutumin nan ya dake ta. Kawai na ji tap daga baya ya dake ta wai he now started shouting like, will you keep quiet, kina damun mutane kaza. So I couldn't say anything. Da na juya na ga irin babba ne ya girme ni, obviously ma ya haife ni. So I couldn't say anything. So abin yayi hitting ina, so my bones yayi hitting ina. I couldn't say anything. Amma ya za ka ga yaro babba haka, ka ga yana wani abin, definitely you should know kan cewa yaron nan
ba mai lafiya
da lafiya. Like common sense should tell you. So gefen mu across us akwai empty seat. Kawai sai na jata sai muka koma empty seat. Sai mutumin nan ya ci gaba da faɗa har yana raising voice ɗin shi like mu yara because ya daki yarinya na, he's trying to like do her tarbiya, ya dake ta, and then me na ji haushi har ina canja mata seat. Kin gane, kawai sai na fara kuka. Ba ma ce mishi komai ba, kawai sai irin ina hawaye dai, kawai ni dai nayi banza da shi dai har muka iso na yarinya na muka tafi. Shi kuma mutumin was so pained and pissed, irin like he is trying to correct her in doing something
as how now
bad, and then me na ji haushi har ina kuka. Like I saw that way it takes a village.
Even if you cannot hit my child from nowhere. I don't know you from Adam. Why would you hit my child? Is that the right step to take? Ni ma zan mai magana, ai ba ga shi kuya bane, zan mai magana daidai na bulu shi har ya koma ga Allah ba zai manta da ni.
Ni wallahi I just couldn't say anything.
Ba you cannot, ba za ka mai ihu ba, amma zai zan maka magana sai ya shiga jikin.
Like why would you even hit somebody's child?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you hit my child? Ni ma yaran mutane ba na dukan yaran mutane, gaskiya. Zan yi mai fada amma ban da duka.
Fati, zaki iya tuna time din da we went for tahajjud. We went for tahajjud a nan ASD mall, ASD Mox. Muna maganan wata yarinya like ta sa hijab tana ta rigima, tana ta kuka sai ana ta hantaran. Suka dinga hantaran yarinya. Ni kuma from me seeing yarinya, I knew she was on the spectrum. Sai irin people around maman, they were like, kin yasa kika zo da ita ba ta jin magana, kin zo da waye. What if maman bata san yadda za ta yi ba, bata san yadda za ta yi ta bar ta da waye ta zo da ita.
Wasu aka ba ta ji ta damu kowa.
Ta damu irin yarinyar kin gane bata zauna a guri ɗaya ba, ta dan yi tsallen nan, ta dan yi can, ta dan taba nan, ta yi wa irin da shi was just all over the place. Suka dinga yi ma maman ta, maman just had to leave. Ta ɗauki yarinyar ta tafi. Why are people so judgmental?
Especially on children, you should not hit anybody's child.
So kin san akwai like irin wa'annan abubuwan yana sa mutum ma into depression.
Sosai.
Yanzu ni fa I don't trust Nasrin with going to people's house. Ko gidan ƴan uwana.
You have anxiety every time.
In ba wai wa'anda na trusting ba, wa'anda na san in ta je like ba wannan.
Ba sun
sani shine yadda za su manage daga gidanmu sai gidan in-laws ina sai gidan auntie na ɗaya. Amma any other place gaskiya I am not comfortable, bana ma kaita. Because I just don't want abin da maganar da za a zo a yi ko ta yi wani ɓarna ko wani abu ya zo ya taɓa min zuciya. So no, let her stay at home. Duk mai son ya ganta ya zo gida ya zo ya ganta. Bana bari.
Well, we are very, 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 very honored that you chose to share this part of your life with us and share awareness on the realities of autism and children and the parents. Would like to have you another time. Inshallah. So for people that would want to like discover you and see more of what you do, where should they find you?
I have a page,
Yeah, so you say
Sadia, on Instagram. My page is Sadia and Nasrin. Is on Instagram. Okay, on YouTube, Sadia and Nasrin. And then on Facebook, I think is raising Northern Autism, raising awareness, something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember because I'm not too.
But
on
you
the
should check
Facebook.
because in case people want to see you.
Okay.
But would just tag
Then you
it.
can tag the other YouTuber.
Inshallah. So
Sure.
thank you so much for
You're
coming.
welcome.
Mun ji daɗin zuwa sosai kam.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Someone mentioned to me that me yasa kike saka mana short clips Instagram. I'm like, no, you have to, my dear, you have to go to YouTube. So you guys, we only put sneak peeks on Instagram and TikTok. For the real deal, you have to go to our YouTube page, which the link is always on both our bios on TikTok and on what's it called on Instagram. So that's how we roll. See you. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, and share your stories. If you want to come on the show, you're also free. Yes. So for now, au revoir.
Bye.
Bye.